get out of town to try to do this thing over at Disney.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so we're there tomorrow night, Wednesday night, and we have dinner on Thursday night, right?
I think I could do dinner Thursday night.
Okay.
Unless you don't want me to, that's fine.
No, well, if
you want to go with Sarah, that's fine.
I'm going to try this, Sarah. Try to keep that night. I'm hedging my bet. Try to keep that night open. She might not be able to make it.
All right.
But it's STK. But the thing is in the materials that they sent over, they said, "Hey, we're going to show you, the Jingle Blam and the new nighttime stuff, the Animal Kingdom, and this, that, and the other." And I'm sitting here going, "How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? We're only there for 2 nights. I mean, maybe Thursday night." After dinner, we're going to go over to Hollywood Studios, but I'm not seeing how they're going to get all that stuff in. So it's going to be very interesting. I don't have any idea what the itinerary is. And did I tell you where we're staying?
No.
Oh, we're staying at the most amazing Disney resort on property.
Well, yeah, which one's
the
that?
Swan. We're staying at the Swan.
I told you I had called a month ago. Called Disney, which I normally don't do because I can do things online. Called them because I was in shock when I did my search online. There was not an effing room to be had.
I totally get that.
And when I said to the lady, I said, "Listen," I said, "any room, Value Resorts, what?" She goes, "No, there were no rooms to be had on property that week, Monday to Sunday, not a room to be had."
Unbelievable.
If I wasn't at that D23 thing on Saturday, I'd be Ubering.
Yeah, no crap.
With that many people on property, I'd be Ubering.
Yeah, no kidding. It's just so I'm interested to see what's going to happen. I mean, my buddy Mike Rahman's already there.
Is he?
He's going over. I mean, he's going to be there. So it'll be very interesting. I'm very, very interested to see how this all plays out. I'm hoping to see what the itinerary is, but you have to check in to get the itinerary, and they haven't made the mobile site available yet. So I don't know what the plan is.
Well, if it's anything like last time, they're probably still trying to figure out what the plan is.
Yeah, exactly. But here's what I do know. I'm not really excited about paying for parking.
I would think they would pick up the tab.
I would think they would too, but pardon me, you never know. You never friggin' know with Disney.
You could park at the Yacht and Beach and then just take the water taxi over.
Yeah, if I could get in, that's not a bad idea. Really not a bad idea.
So why do you have your luggage? I don't know. I'm just carrying my luggage around with me.
That's not luggage. I'm buying souvenirs.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, God. Disney, good job. Good job, my friend Disney. Disney keeping it real.
Keeping it real on the up high, not the down low. Okay, let's see. I don't think we have anybody. Hey, we're bouncing up users, everybody. We are totally talking crazy, and we've got users watching. And hey, got people watching, not users. I don't know if you guys sit home. It's been a long day for me. I am. This is podcast number 2. I've recorded 4 morning motivators earlier today. I feel like I've been in front of that camera
a lot.
I've been in front of a camera for the last 4 hours, so it's been a little nutty. So just go with me on that. I appreciate that. All right, so let's let me call up my show's notes. I haven't pulled that up yet, and then we'll get going. How are you guys doing out there? Welcome to the live show.
Welcome to the live internets.
Here's the deal, Tony. You're going tomorrow night to go see Moana, right?
No, that's next Monday.
Is that next Monday? Okay, so I'm the screw up. I'm the one that screwed us up. I'm going to be at Disney tomorrow and Wednesday and probably Thursday. So I'm not going to be available. So we moved to tonight. And then I have a normal podcast that I record that's not Disney themed that I normally do. We just started back at 7 o'clock. So it's been quite a day so far. So if you are out there, let Tony know. Give us a heads up. Give us a like. Let us know that you're out there. If you have a question, if you have a comment, please feel free to type it in the comment section, and we will post comments live, and we'll try to answer questions live. But please give us a thumbs up. Give us some hearts periodically. That helps us know that you're there, and we would love to see those flittering across the screen. I love to see those. In fact, let me show you right now how that works. You see, boom, pops right up, flitters across the screen. I don't think Tony saw it because he's not looking at the Facebook page. Are you watching the Facebook page? You're not. Okay. Oh, sweet. Okay, so let's go ahead and get going.
Yeah. Actually, I have to turn off that audio. Oh, there you go.
Good to go now?
Yeah. I can't listen to the live audio, and you would.
No, you can't. It's awkward. It's
like,
horrible.
am I in the Matrix? I'm not in the Matrix.
It's horribly awkward when you do that. I get that. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. You want to do the thing with...
And the delay is very freaky-deaky.
Yeah.
No, I could do the...
Yeah, why don't you do that, and then I'll take the meetups, and you do the T-shirts, and then I'll mention the books, and we'll figure it out. You know how we'll do. We'll just figure it out. It's not like we haven't done it before. So
yeah.
All right, here we go. And see. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast. My name is Park Hopper John. I come to you from www.parkhoppers.com. Now, joining me as always across the internet, Mr. Tony Calcinova from Disney by the Numbers. How are you doing tonight, pal?
Hello, welcome to the show. We're having a great time.
Oh my gosh, is that new, or you just happen to? Is that just a grabbing distance?
And I just happen to have that right here.
Nice. He comes with props, ladies and gentlemen. He's kind of like the poor man's
Gallagher
Carrot Top.
Carrot Top. Please, smash it. So I'd rather be Gallagher.
Yeah, but you don't smash it with a giant sledgehammer. Okay, dude. Violence to his some.
Yeah.
We're so glad that you are here today. If you are free, now normally we do this on Tuesday nights, but my schedule has been a little. Let's pretend that we're on Tuesday nights. Normally we do this Tuesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern time over on Facebook, facebook.com/Disney Parks Podcast. I have a schedule conflict, so we're recording tonight at 8:30. If you were here live, thanks for being here. If you're not here live, we are sorry that we missed you, but you can find us over at podcast.com. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher. And if you do find us over there, give us some thumbs up, give us some love. Let us know that you're out there, because that helps us over on iTunes. That pushes us up in the timeline, and I would appreciate that. I'm sure Tony would as well. Who's sponsoring the show this week, buddy?
Hey, this week we have a great sponsor and a special message from our friends Dr. Howie and Ryan at mydisneyclass.com. If you are a classroom teacher, an educator, or a school district administrator, then this message is for you. Have you ever thought about how to bring that Disney magic into your classroom or your school district? Well, if you answered yes, then My Disney Class has an answer for you. You can attend a Disney online class and then take a field trip to Walt Disney World in 2017. And if that's not enough, receive 3 credit hours of graduate credit from Buena Vista University. Now, you will learn how Disney creates the magic with behind-the-scenes tours and conversations with Disney Imagineers, historians, and Disney artists. Learn how to create Disney-inspired classrooms. And some of the topics that would be included are Walking Walt's Footstep, Disney History Investigates, Designing a Theme Park Attraction, Hidden Magic of Walt Disney World, The Fairy Tale Life, PBL/STEM and Disney, Star Wars in the Classroom, Design Thinking and Disney, The Hero's Journey, Disney and Marvel, and a leadership lessons from Walt. Classroom registration is now open and ends November 28th, so hurry up. Don't delay. Do this now. For more information, you can go to mydisneyclass.com or email them at mydisneyclass@gmail.com. And remember that you can go do all of that online and get signed up, because this will be a great offer. And if you're a classroom teacher, this will really be a lot of fun.
Not only are we bringing you the best news and rumors and infotainment, we're actually bringing you actual education.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I love
Yeah.
Dr. Howie. He's a good friend of mine. So it's,
Yeah.
not good friends, but we're friends.
We're helping the educators mold the little future minds of tomorrow.
I feel just like Schoolhouse Rock,
Yeah.
only without all the songs. Hey, we want to let you know about the meetups we've got planned. We've got something big coming up. Should we go ahead and let the cat out of the bag about November? Are we ready to make that announcement?
Yeah, I think we could do that. I forgot the date now. We were going to do it now. I think it was
November 28th, which is a Saturday at 7, I'm assuming. 7 o'clock, which is the magic hour for all Disney Parks Podcast meetups. We're going to be over at Disney Springs. We're going to have a meetup, the meet location where we're actually going to come together. We're going to, that's TBA. We haven't figured out yet exactly where we're going to congregate. But what we're going to do is we're going to go experience all the fun new holiday surprises that Disney Springs has for us. We're going to walk all around Disney Springs. We'll probably ride the ferry boat around, so we don't have to walk all the way around. We're going to see all the new Christmas trees, hear some of the holiday music, maybe bump into Santa, Goofy, whoever's over there. Definitely probably do some Stitch shopping. It's going to be a lot of fun, and we can't wait to see you there. So we are going to do that on Saturday, November 28th at 7 p.m. The following week, back-to-back weekends, ladies and gentlemen. Just let that thought go through your head. December 3rd, we're going to do our annual Christmas crawl. That's going to be at the monorails around the Magic Kingdom resorts. 7 p.m., again, the magic hour. We're going to meet up at the Outer Rim. And unlike our typical crawl, where we're really just kind of hanging out in the bar, we're going to meet up at the Outer Rim. Then we're going to walk around the Contemporary Resort. We're going to see all the Christmas holidays at the Contemporary. Then we're going to jump over to go to the Polynesian. Then we're going to jump over and go to the Grand Floridian. And then from there, it's anybody's guess. So that's going to be December 3rd. That's a Saturday night, right?
Mm-hmm.
Saturday night?
Yep.
That's going to be at 7 p.m. We're going to meet up at the Outer Rim at Disney's Contemporary Resorts. And those are the two meetups that we've got scheduled. We've got some other things. We don't have any information yet, so we'll spread that out as soon as we do. Tell me about the T-shirt club, T.
Yep. I am wearing the Christmas shirt. You can go sign up for the T-shirt club at DisneyByTheNumbers.com. On the left-hand side, there's a sign-up form. If you ordered this holiday shirt, they're shipping this week. Most of them went out today. I got another batch going out probably Tuesday or Wednesday. There was a lot of them. And it's not a blind box. It's not you get a shirt every month. You only buy the shirts that you want. All you have to do is sign up, give us your name, address, email address, and that kind of information so that we can create a little record for you. And then that's it. You'll get an email when the shirts are out, and then you can buy the ones you want and discard the ones you don't want. That's it.
Yeah,
piece of cake.
It's great. I got lucky, and Park Hopper Sid and I got our shirts a little early. They are amazing, there, which are always amazing. The Christmas shirts are always something special, so it's been kind of nice to see that. So, all right, so it's a holiday season, so we definitely need to mention great stocking stuffers. If you're coming down to the parks or whatever, you definitely want to come over and go to Disney by the Numbers and click on his store. Get a copy of Disney by the Numbers, the book, Spaceballs, the movie, Spaceballs, the T-shirt, Spaceballs, the hat, Disney by the Numbers, the book, the movie, the hat. So Disney by the Numbers, it's the button, the tattoo. Disney by the Numbers is a great book. I've got a copy right over my shoulder here. It's full of all the numbers and the facts and figures about Walt Disney World. Tony, he has accumulated those for years. He's been updating it. It's amazing. It's a great book. You can get a copy of that. And are you doing free shipping?
Yep, free shipping.
For excellent.
Yep.
And while you're at that, anything else do we need to add on that?
Nope.
Okay, great. You come over to wdwparkoppers with an s.com/holiday offer, and we are offering the Disney Bucket List book for $10. That's $5 off the fee that you pay for Amazon. So come over there and grab yourself a copy. And if you want it autographed, you can let me know, and I will certainly put my little John Hancock or whoever's name you want. We can definitely do that. Hey, we need to go back. November 28th is a Monday.
Probably the 26th then?
26th then. Is it the 26th? I thought that
Is
was
that a Saturday?
I'm so confused. with my
26 sounds
days.
better. Do we
Yeah.
need to
Yeah.
check the
We
schedule?
probably need to redo. Yeah, I'm checking it right now. Our good friend Diane has corrected us.
Yeah, it's
It's
26.
Saturday the 26th. Good call, my friend. Good call.
Yeah.
All right, so
Yeah, we
need
won't
to
be
make
there on a Monday.
we might not. We might not. We might not be there at all. So yeah, definitely want to make sure that you get a copy of the Disney by the Numbers book. Thank you. Disney by the Numbers book and the Disney Bucket List. And tell us about the last couple things we want to mention. Is we're doing the giveaway or no?
Nope, we gave it away.
Giveaway's done?
Giveaway's
You gave it
done.
away.
We have a winner, and I got her address already, and the package will be going out this week.
Awesome.
Yep.
And the last thing is, if you want to reach out to either Tony or myself, the best way to get us is to call our hotline number, which is 407-413-9010.
Correct.
And you can leave us a message if you have a comment or if you have something you want to share. Go ahead and do that. And, you know, if your comment is really cool and we really want to share it, we will put it on the podcast. Or if you just want to get in touch with Tony or myself, you could do that. Or you can email us at DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com. All right. Anything else we need to talk about? I think we got all the business done, my friend.
Yep. Business in the front,
All
party
right.
in the back.
Dominic is in the crowd tonight. Good to see Dominic. I know he's been busy. So we got Dominic and David Stone, David Maruka and David Stone. Diane's in the room. We've got a lot of good friends in
Davids.
there.
A lot of people with D's.
lot
Dominic,
of David.
David, and Diane.
Yes. Today's show is brought to you by the letter D.
D.
And the number 12 for no reason at all. So I guess, buddy, there's nothing else we could do but get into
The news.
news. To me, that sounded like we were in total sync. That was awesome. That was really
Sounds
good.
good.
Okay. ABC's Good Morning America is going to premiere Mickey Mouse's new music video, What We Got. Now, first of all, why is Mickey Mouse doing a video? Second of all, why can't he speak the Queen's English? Just a question. So Mickey Mouse will visit the set of ABC's Good Morning America on November 18th later on this week, to celebrate his birthday and premiere his new music video, What We Got. His appearance in the New York City is the culmination of his worldwide birthday tour, where he surprised fans in Los Angeles, Kyoto, Shanghai, Rome, Paris, Cusco, and Rio de Janeiro while making the music video. Now, Mickey will share his stories about his adventure with the Good Morning America anchors. That same day, What We Got from Walt Disney Records will be available at digital retail and streaming services. The video will be featured on the Mickey Mouse fanbook page, as well as other Disney platforms, such as the Disney Parks blog, D23, the official fan club for Disney, and Oh My Disney. Mickey fans are invited to join the celebration using the hashtag Happy Birthday Mickey. Also, on November 18th, Disney Channel will air blocks of Mickey Mouse programming throughout the day, including the premiere of not one, two new cartoon series. And Disney Junior will debut the new teaser trailer for the upcoming new series, Mickey and the Roadster Racers. Walt Disney World and Disneyland's Resort will have special parade moments to mark the occasion. Mickey's birthday is celebrated in honor of the release of his first theatrical film, Steamboat Willie, on November 18th, 1928, at the Colony Theater in New York City. Since then, he starred in more than 100 cartoons and could currently be seen on Disney Channel in the Emmy Award-winning Mickey Mouse cartoon series. Are they still doing Mickey Mouse Clubhouse?
I think so.
Wow, that's cool. I mean, I think that we need to honor all of our Fab Five in this way. I think this is great. Mickey, Minnie, Donald, definitely Pluto, Goofy. God, we need to celebrate all those guys.
Yeah. Mickey knows how to party.
He does. He does indeed.
He's a little party mouse.
He's a little party. That is true. He gets around town too. He's been all over the world.
Yeah, I'll tell you. I wonder if he was flying on, Volt 1.
Oh, I'm sure that. Well, yeah, we talked about that last week.
Yeah. You don't think so?
Yeah. No.
I want to see how they're saying that Mickey's gonna, say that Mickey's gonna do the talking. I want to hear Mickey do all this talking. Rather than the canned stuff we get here.
Well, I'm sure they've got the technology to the audio system that allows him to speak through speakers.
I hope so.
Because he needs to his voice needs to be amplified.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Let's see. It'll be interesting. Hey, Shanghai just opened. Brand
Yay!
new. It still has that new theme park smell, and they're going to expand it and give it a Toy Story Land. I think they're going to put a Toy Story Land now in every park. They're just going to, they're doing it in California. They're doing it here. They're going to do it in Shanghai. They're just going to keep going around and making announcements that we're building a Toy Story Land. We're building a Toy Story Land. So
yeah, it's crazy.
But, and this is happening soon. Wait until you listen to the date. Woody, Buzz, and the other Toy Story characters will soon entertain guests at an all-new land of their own in mainland China. One of the Walt Disney World Company's most popular franchises, I agree, will have an even bigger presence at Shanghai Disney Resort's theme parks. Shanghai Disneyland, where the park opened its 7th themed land. Leadership from the joint ventures, two shareholders, the Walt Disney Company and Shanghai Shendi Group, recently broke ground on the new theme land in a sign of their confidence in the growing consumer demand for themed entertainment in China, and as a clear sign of the early success of the Shanghai Disney Resort. So the Toy Story Land will be a high-spirited, colorful world where guests will enter the backyard of Andy. Ooh, bad things happened in the backyard to toys.
That just sounds bad. Going to enter the backyard of Andy. That just sounds bad. I wouldn't.
You can enter the backyard of Andy, and it will feel as if you've been shrunk down to the size of your favorite Toy Story toy. The toys will come alive and play in a fully immersive land with 3 new attractions. They're getting free. I thought we were only getting 1. With uniquely themed character greeting areas. Characters and stories from Toy Story franchise have strongly resonated with Chinese guests. Shanghai Disney Resort has the only toy-themed resort hotel in the world. In the world. And Shanghai Disneyland also has the popular Buzz Lightyear Planet Rescue. A guest favorite that features the most popular advanced Buzz Lightyear targeting system at any Disney park in the world. This new land will open in 2018. That is some quick building, my friends.
Yeah, buddy, get on it.
That will put Avatar and Pandora to shame.
Don't get me started.
Make the announcement in 2016. Have it built and ready by 2018, with 3 attractions.
You know how they can do that. Planned. You know how they can do that.
Everything's built in China.
There's Yes, and there's no James Cameron involved. I believe that Cameron is part of the reason this whole thing is mucked up.
I am going to say that, and the friend you met in the park the other day, who I think is a little anal retentive.
No, you think?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I very do.
I'll tell that story in a little bit. Go ahead and finish the thing, and we'll.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Toy Story Land,
Right.
Shanghai, 2018. Pack your bags, get a ticket, time to go.
That's right. Pack your bags, get on it. So, real quick, Sid and I we went to Epcot on Thursday night to go see Sister Hazel, which were phenomenal as always. It was great, and we came up on the. We were coming from the UK. We had just crested the hill, getting ready to go across the bridge to France. And there was a group of people standing there. And I noticed one of the guys had these real long earrings. I thought, wow, it looks a lot like Joe Rohde. And as he turned around, I got to see his face in the light. I was like, holy crap, that is Joe Rohde. So I go up and I was like, Mr. Rohde, hi, it's so good to meet you. My name's John. We met before, blah, blah, blah. This is my wife, blah, blah, blah. And, we talked a little bit. And I do what I always do every time I meet Joe Rohde. I gave him crap about the Yeti, and his whole team lit. They were like, oh, my God, if not every day somebody says something. And I'm like, maybe you should fix it. Duh.
Yeah.
But,
That's what I say. There's got to be a solution somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But it was just kind of funny. I didn't say anything about Avatar Land because I knew if I opened my mouth and he said anything, I would have been there all night long. Because how often do you get the chance to talk to them? I knew that if I said anything about Avatar Land, I would just.
You probably would have been.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. I love David Maruka made a comment about Shanghai Disneyland. They're buying attractions in bulk.
Yeah. They are.
I love you guys so much. You guys are great.
It's the Attraction Factory.
The Attraction Factory. Yeah. That's great.
We'll take 3 of those.
Hey, I'll take 2 of those and 1 of those, and let's go ahead and throw in a state-of-the-art Buzz Lightyear just to piss Tony Casanova off. If you are like me, you probably have like a bunch of Magic Bands, or maybe you've got your Magic Band that you've had for a few trips, and you're kind of tired of it. Our friends over at MagicYourBands.com have a great answer. They've got Magic Band covers that will suit most any need. They have great pre-designed templates. Like they just released a cool Thor-themed Magic Band I thought was awesome. Plus, they have the ability to create Magic Bands from your own artwork. Maybe you have a special event. You've got something going on that you would like to celebrate or commemorate with a Magic Band cover. They could do it for you. And what they've done is they've kept their prices super, super low. But what they've done for you guys is if you go and you purchase anything at checkout and you use the code Disney Parks Podcast, they'll save you an additional 10% on everything. So go out, visit MagicYourBands.com. There's a link from the Disney Parks Podcast website, but go check out MagicYourBands.com and save yourself 10% in the process. All right. Thank you guys for listening and watching. We've got a big group of people watching tonight. We might need to rethink this whole night that we're doing this on. Monday is a good night. So let's talk about Disney Springs, shall we? Holidays are here, and Disney Springs has launched into their festive entertainment. So let's go down a little list of some of the things that Disney Springs is offering for guests at this time of year. They've put a big red bow around the season of cheer with 3 extra special events. Number 1 is Stitch's Holiday Gift, which is a fun scavenger hunt which allows guests to explore all 4 neighborhoods of Disney Springs. Guests can pick up their holiday hunt booklet at any participating location, then go explore Disney Springs in search of a unique Stitch icon at each participating location. Once complete, a guest can redeem the booklet at a redemption location to receive a free complete button. It's not bad. Using my favorite character, Stitch. Back off. You've got Buzz Lightyear rides and all that good stuff.
I have a feeling there's a cost somewhere. They're not giving out.
Unless it's just
a regular button.
Yeah, it's not a pin. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure it's just a button. Buttons are cheap.
Okay.
Second is the Festival of Toys at the Once Upon a Toy Fountain area over at the Disney Springs Marketplace. Comes alive with a holiday dance party, deluxe hot chocolate, pin trading, and a nightly tree lighting ceremony, inviting a select family to turn on the holiday lights, which sounds amazingly similar to something that they used to do over at Hollywood Studios. And finally, the Disney Springs Christmas Tree Trail, say that 10 times fast, over at the Marketplace is an immersive and enchanting walkthrough experience featuring 15 custom decorated holiday trees, each dedicated to a popular Disney theme. Custom music and a light snowfall completes the Christmassy scene. I drove past this the other day because this is the new for the valet parking on that side, the Marketplace side. So I drove past that, and it's amazing. Super duper bright too. So the areas that you're walking through, the byways and the stages are filled with holiday entertainment. Between great shopping and dining, Disney Spring treats guests to a sleigh full of holiday entertainment. At the Marketplace, they've got the living statues, which is going to be near the World of Disney in the Poutine Courtyard. They've got the Festival of Toys, which we've already mentioned. They've got carolers near the Disney Days of Christmas and Santa's Chalet, which is over there in the Art of Disney. At Waterview Park, which is in the landing area, which is next to the boathouse, they've got the Hanukkah-inspired troupe, Kalinka. That's interesting. Also at the Waterside stage, they've got DJ Holiday Dance Party, yay, wiki. Also at that stage, they're featuring Uhuru, which is celebrating Kwanzaa, which is December 26th to the 27th. And at the Marketplace, they've got Toy Soldier Stilt Walkers. So if you want to get your Stilt Walkers on, you definitely go hang out at the Marketplace. So that's pretty cool. I mean, it's, they're
trying to fill that whole area with, Christmas things, because I can't say that they were lackluster in years past. I think they're just trying to add a little bit more decoration, things to do, and entertainment.
Right.
They really want you to go there is what they're trying to say.
Yes. Please go there. Please go there now.
Please go to Disney Springs. Yeah.
Right.
Spending the money may be a little bit tougher, but they're asking you to please go there to Disney Springs. And you really should. I mean, there's a lot of new stuff there. So, and we're going to talk about other stuff opening. Yeah.
Right.
So.
Exactly.
Hey, if you like the show and you want to help support us, please go visit us at Patreon, patreon.com/Disney Parks Podcast. That's where you can help contribute to this show. Anything that you give helps to, kind of keep this thing on the internets. We'd like to do some other bigger events, and some of that needs a little extra funding from now then. We'd like to do more than just meetups. But if you do contribute, we do give you a nice little gift package for your contribution. And we'd like to thank our current contributors, David, Stacy, and Willie. Thank you for your contributions. Okay. I did not know this. I haven't been over here in a while, really. And it was funny because I was driving past the other day, and I was like, oh, I should go get a beignet. And then I said, oh, no, it's too late in the day. It's dinner time. So anyway, the Sassagoula Floatworks and Food Factory will return, because it's been down for rehab, with a new design and a new menu. The Sassagoula Floatworks and Food Factory will return to Disney's Port Orleans. It's not like they took it and put it somewhere. They're rehabbing it. It'll be back on November 19th with a new design and a new menu. The beignets will still be back. And it's been closed since July, which I really didn't, like I said, I haven't been over there in a while. We were over at Riverside for the Yeehaw Bob meetup. The new interior will keep the original theme, but now feature new design elements, such as a nearly completed parade float for guests to see. And a full new menu will be available. And they haven't given us any details on that menu. So I have to go check this out. Maybe we'll have to have like a little beignet meetup. Maybe like a little river cruise, like Disney Springs to some of the river like Port
Yeah.
Orleans and Old Key West. Like a little
Yeah.
bar crawl, but turf. We
Yeah.
go to Surf and Turf or the Turf Club. Surf
Yeah.
Club.
Yeah.
I'm
we could do that.
sensing a little boat parade.
I'm sensing a little progressive dinner. Is kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah,
do
we
hors
could do that
d'oeuvres,
too.
and then go somewhere and then have beignets, and then go somewhere else and have dinner, and then maybe finish it off with Yeehaw Bob or some kind of craziness. We do something. We can figure something out.
Yeah, sounds good.
I'm thinking. First of the year, man. Got to come up with stuff. It's New Year's is coming.
Yeah.
Hey guys, we finally got a complete list of all of the Candlelight Processional narrators.
Dun,
I was going to do
dun.
my impression. I was going to do the impression of Emperor Palpatine. The turn to the dark side is now complete. Anyway, that was horrible. So here's the deal. I'm not going to give dates. If you want dates, we're going to post this on Disney Parks Podcast. I'll post it on WDW Park Hoppers. Tony will probably already post it. I'm not going to go through dates, but I will go through the speakers. Is that cool? Is that fair?
Yeah.
You got a long night, kids. First up is Stephen Curtis Chapman, it's country western, Christian contemporary singer. And then everybody's favorite, Neil Patrick Harris. And then Whoopi, no middle name, Goldberg. And then Edward James Olmos. And this is the new edition from the Marvel universe. I'm so excited. Anthony Mackie, Falcon, is going to be. He's the new guy. He's the new guy they just added. So I'm super duper excited about that. Up next, December 10th is Robbie Benson, the voice of Prince Eric from Beauty and the Beast. Meredith Vieira, Jim Caviezel, Jesus Christ himself, is coming in. Very excited about that. Joe Morton, which makes no sense to me, but Joe Morton's coming. And
ABC
then
show
another.
Scandal.
Yeah. That's right. I keep
Keeping it in the
confusing.
family.
There's a Joe Morton who is a baseball player, and I'm like,
not him.
why is Joe Morton coming? Okay, now makes much more sense. And then my one out of my get out of jail free cards is from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Ming Na Wen. I'll throw a bunch of letters together. Ming Na Wen, who is
God bless you.
God, thank you. Oh my God, I totally forgot her name.
Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, she's from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but I forgot the character.
It doesn't matter.
Just keep calling her Agent May.
There you go.
Agent May. Yeah, it does matter. Back off. But she's also the body model and the. Also, Jodie Benson, the voice of Belle. You might have heard of her. She's going to be in the weekend of Christmas. And then finally, rounding out the batting order is Cal Ripken Jr. He's going to come in. Now, just remember, batting ninth, clean up. Now, remember, this schedule is subject to change. Sometimes things happen. Just be aware coming in. And I know that you're probably making your plans. And if your person that you're playing for doesn't make it, please just kind of roll with it. But that's who's coming. I'm excited. Who are you planning on going to go see before you head out to New Jersey?
It's gonna be tough. I think Robbie Benson might be interesting, or Anthony Mackie might be interesting.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Jodie Benson, but just not going to be here this year. And if somebody goes, can you please stalk her and get her phone number for me? I'm just saying. Try not to get arrested. I'm not responsible for your bail, but if you can get close enough, just have her write down her number, or email address, or something.
To interview her.
Yeah.
That's your.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd love to have her on the podcast to talk about, I don't know, Little Mermaid.
Just making sure. Just making sure.
Not anything crazy. Just an interview. Just conversation amongst friends.
Just making sure, Ben.
Who are you going to go see, John?
I think if our passes will allow it, I think we're going to try to go see. And I think we're going to try to see. I think we're talking about maybe upping our passes to the all day, every day. I would love to go see Jody Benson, but that place is gonna be a madhouse. We might not be home then. I think we might. I might try to see. Yeah, I might sneak over to try to see Anthony Mackie. I've seen Neil Patrick. I've seen Neil Patrick a few times. I've seen Stephen Curtis. I think Jim Caviezel. I know I joke around, but I think Jim Caviezel would bring another level because he played Jesus in the Passion of the Christ, and I think he would take that reading to a different level. So that's kind of who I would like to see.
Right.
No good. Robbie Benson. I grew up watching Robbie Benson. I have no desire to see him.
Yeah. I've seen Meredith. I've seen Whoopi. I've seen NPH. I've seen Edward James almost. Gosh, I saw him back in the 90s when I was doing security in Epcot. That's how many years this guy's been doing it. So,
Robbie Benson?
No, Edward James almost.
Oh, yeah. Really? He's been doing it that long?
Oh, yeah. He's been doing it a long time.
So he was doing it since he was on Battlestar Galactica is what you're saying?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Oh, I'm so jealous. I got to see him 2 years ago, and it was just – I was such a nerd, man, because Battlestar Galactica is, he played his name. I'm horrible with names. But he played the main guy, and at the end of his thing, his people would say, "So say we all," and we'd like, "So say we all." So the whole time I'm like, "So say we all, so say we all," like a big nerd.
Right.
But I wouldn't mind seeing him. I wouldn't mind seeing all these guys actually. I mean, even Cal Ripken. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Cal Ripken Jr. I mean, he's a legend. I mean,
right. And if you're gonna go, we've said this before. We get the dinner package. It's not just dinner anymore. It could be breakfast, lunch, or dinner. So you don't have to have an expensive dinner. Now you can have something cheaper like a breakfast or a lunch, and then you're guaranteed seating in one of these reserved areas. So if you're really a hardcore, listen, if you want to go see Jody Benson, I would think that's the best way to see Jody Benson at Christmas because that park will be a zoo. Trust me. And yes. Jody Benson brings in a big crowd. She's as bad as Neil Patrick Harris. So definitely do the dinner package. You can do breakfast, you can do lunch, or you can actually do dinner. So
yeah. Yep.
Okay, last week we had a trivia question, and the question was, in what Disneyland attraction can you ride an Atomobile? And the correct answer given by Shannon Feeney was Inner Space.
Oh, my goodness.
So, Shannon, if you can send us your mailing address, we'll send you something interesting in the mail. This week's trivia question...
Disney-oriented, something interesting. That's
something interesting.
Yeah,
this
Disney-oriented
question is: what Disney attraction has a basketball half court inside of it for employees to use? What do you think it is, John?
Autopia.
Yes.
Yes. What do I win?
You win the booby prize. If you know the answer to this week's trivia question, you can send us an email at DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com or give us a call at 407-413-9010. Either way is fine with us.
Yeah, and all you guys typing in stuff right now, send us an email. Sending a comment does not work. Yeah. Send us an email.
Comments don't count. Comments don't count.
Yes.
All right. Hey, Disney Springs, we're talking about that. We got a couple extra things happening over there. Later this year, Disney Springs will open yet 2 new stores. This is in addition to the expansive shopping and dining experiences that Disney has added earlier this year. One of the new stores will be a store called Live Trends, which will offer succulents, cacti, and bamboo and other plants. Living Trends describes itself as a store offering living decor. The store will be located on the Village Causeway, which is located in the marketplace. Now, I ask myself, how is somebody going to get home a cactus or a bamboo plant on an airplane?
I'll bet there's a shipping component. I bet there's a shipping component. There has to be, because this makes no sense.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Otherwise, you're going to have fun at the TSA checkpoint. I'm just gonna say.
Excuse me, ma'am. Would you please step out of line? What seems to be the problem? Well, you seem to have a cactus inside this suitcase, and you're not
You're a
allowed to
little
fly
prickly
without
today.
a cactus. Oh! Wow, we need
Is that a
sound effects.
cactus in your bag, or are you just happy to see us? All right. In addition to the Living Trends, the other new store in Disney Springs that will be opening is a store called Stance. Stance will offer fun designed underwear and socks for men, women, and children. This store will be located in the town center, and the underwear and socks will have designs from Star Wars, major sport teams, and much, much more. It's not
It's
known.
underwear and socks, right? It's
Right.
underwear and socks. They should
Underwear
just
and
go ahead and call it Stanks.
Yeah. It's unknown the exact date of either of these stores opening, but they will happen before the end of the year. So if you're in dire need of some underwear and some socks and a plant, Disney's got the stores for you. Coming soon.
Man. You know, we laugh and we kid. It's these weird, outlandish stores that seem to really be popular and fun. So I shouldn't complain, but I
would love to be
store.
in some of their meetings when
exactly.
like when stores pitch them and say, "We want to be at Disney Springs." Oh, what do you sell? Cactus, bamboo.
No, Steve, I've got the idea. Dude, I've got the idea. We're gonna sell underwear and socks.
No, not together. Not in the same store.
Yeah, man. We're gonna call it
so.
Stanks. Well, let's not call it Stanks. Let's call it Stance. How about Stance? Because you stand in your underwear and you stand tall in your socks. Okay, let's go with that. But if it changes, we're gonna call it Stanks.
Is little
God help us
mismatch?
all.
Is little mismatch still down there? That was a sock store.
I don't know. Maybe it moved. I know
They
it
were
moved
in
a
the
lot. It
marketplace.
seems like it moved every other week.
Mm-hmm.
If anybody knows, put it in the comment section.
Yeah, I haven't been to the marketplace area in a long time because that's not where the good restaurants are anymore.
That is
Well,
true.
except for Wolfgang, but there's also one on the other side. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, it's tough, but the only thing about that is, Tony, is that's where the co-op is, and I go to the co-op a lot. I just don't pay attention to the far side where the Winnie the Pooh photo opportunity is, and I don't pay attention to that. I mean, that's my problem. I don't pay attention anymore like I used to.
And that dollar store that everything is $20 in.
Yeah, exactly. It's a $20 store. It's a $20 store.
Right.
Hey, if you're looking for something unique and special for friends or family during the holidays, our friends over at vintagepressing.com have just what you're looking for. They offer everything from phone cases all the way through to like ceramic drink coasters. They do luggage tags. A buddy of mine went on a cruise and he had some custom luggage tags made by these guys, and it was like the hit of the entire cruise. Like all the crew members like fascinated by what it was, and so that they're really kind of starting to find their own niches. But they have some great designs from Disney and some pop culture things there. Vintagepressing.com, and if the code Disney Podcaster at checkout, they're going to save you $1 when you check out. Now that might not sound a lot, but their cost to you is so low, $1 is a big deal. So that's going to be pretty cool. And I don't want to let too much out of the bag, but we've partnered with Vintage Pressing. We're going to do some really, really amazing things, I think. If we can get it done by the end of the year, we're going to. But we're gotten out. I cannot wait to share it with you. So yeah, vintagepressing.com, promo code Disney Podcaster. So we got a quick question. We'll get to that before I'm trying not to get into this story if I don't have to. Quick question from the chat room. Tony, did you ever get your Disney projectors from Lowe's? And that's Steven's asking.
I have not. I may have to buy them in Ohio and have my daughter pick them up and have them sent. I'm trying to figure that out, but no, I have not gotten mine yet. If anybody works at Lowe's would like to get their hands on one and send it to me, I'll pay for the shipping. I'll pay for the projector. So if you work at Lowe's and you can get one, Email us, call us, help
Now
Tony
these
project his house with lights this year.
these are the projectors that project all the fancy dancy stuff on your house, right?
Yeah, they project Disney fireworks, and then they have the fireworks sound as well.
Hmm.
Yeah,
That's
and
cool.
it's exclusive to Lowe's. You can't get them anywhere else, and I can't find a Lowe's store with them.
All right. Well, okay, guys, I'm getting ready to go into a story here, but I want to preface this before we get too crazy.
This
We
is
are
not a
not, and I
political
mean
podcast.
not, going to go political with this. Okay, if you want to go crazy in the chat room, we're going to burn you out of the chat room. Okay, I don't care who you voted for. I don't care if your candidate won, lost. I don't care. It's over. No, it's over. No matter how it's over. Okay. God help me. The bust of President-elect Donald Trump is already in the works for Disney's Hall of Presidents. Bob Iger says he is already working on a bust of President-elect Donald Trump to be added to the Hall of Presidents attraction at the Magic Kingdom. Quoting Bob Iger, he says, "On the smooth transition front, we're going through a smooth transition as well. We've already prepared a bust of President-elect Trump to go into our Hall of Presidents at Walt Disney World." Now, the Hall of Presidents will be closed from January 17th all the way through June 29th of 2017 for the addition of the new president, who will be sworn into office on January 20th. The attraction closed for 8 months in 2008 to add the Barack Obama audio animatronic and his voice. I hope that, unlike his predecessor, Trump knows what the Hall of Presidents is, because Barack did not. That's the story that I keep telling. It's hilarious to me.
I don't know. He's got enough
But
kids. He must have been there once.
yeah, apparently. So that's going on. That's going on right now. That's
Hey,
good to
John,
know.
when was the last time you bought a Disney World Resort mug?
It was before Barack Obama took office, so that should tell you something.
All right.
It's been a while.
And back in the day, did it have a handle?
It did have a handle.
Did you know that they took the handles off the mugs?
I did, and it caused a little bit of an uproar, I understand.
It did.
A little bit of
I
a problem.
did not think. Here's my letter. Dear Disney, why do you have to screw with the mug? You put RFID tags, you take the handle. Why can't you just leave well enough alone with the damn mug? People just want to drink a coffee or soda. That's it. All right. Good news is the mugs are back, and this time they have handles. All the refillable mugs in the resorts are coming back, and they're coming back with handles. But they're going to have both versions. So if you want a handle, you can have it. You want it without the handle, you don't have to have it. And I think, the people that carry the backpacks were complaining that it didn't fit in their little pockets where mugs can go.
Correct.
So they took
Right.
the handles off. Other people are saying, well, they like to clip them onto things, and they like the handles because they can clip them onto things, and then the handle was gone.
Right.
So they're gonna do you a solid now, and they're gonna give you both. So hopefully that'll cover the handle and handleless people of the world. They're gonna come in red, blue, pink, and purple. So if you're coming down for the holidays, don't fret. A mug of your favorite kind with a handle will be available for you, and I'm sure
Yeah.
they will charge you. Maybe they'll charge you more for the handle than they do without the handle,
Yeah.
as only Disney would do.
That's
Handles are
yeah.
extra.
Well, hey, you got your wish. You got your handles back. But here's the thing. Now we're going to have to charge $5 more for the handle.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I hope they don't do that. I really don't, because I don't want to hear those conversations at any resort.
Yeah. Okay, for those of you who are very excited about the Disneyland Candy Canes, a very popular Disneyland attraction, it is back to say, as well as available at Disney's California. Handmade candy canes pardon me, handmade candy canes are being made and sold for this holiday. The treat is so popular with guests that people arrive early to the parks just to get in line for the opportunity to buy a candy cane.
It's very, very popular. This is serious stuff. Don't mess with people's candy cane. It's a long, long time tradition going back to like 1955, I believe.
All right. I guess I just understand. The candy canes are made fresh each day in a heat-sealed kitchen. Through a window, guests can watch their treats being made by 3 trained candy makers. Normally, 3 batches are made each day, which amounts to about 135 candy canes. Wristbands are distributed at shop opening, which entitles guests to purchase 1 candy cane at the designated location. And there are generally about 40 wristbands distributed each batch. Unbelievable. The canes will be available November 25th and 30th and December 2nd, 5th, 7th, 9th, 12th, 14th, 16th, 19th, and 24th at Candy Place at Disneyland, and November 26th, 29th, and December 3rd, 6th, 8th, 10th, 13th, 15th, 17th, 20th, and 25th, Raleigh Treats at Disney California Adventure. So I guess those 3 cast members move over. They go back and forth to do the candy canes because it seems like they alternate.
Yeah.
We'll try to get this posted. So if you didn't catch those dates, we'll certainly get those posted on the blog.
Yeah, this is very serious. I mean, I know people that, really do head there like 6 a.m. for park open just to get in line for the candy cane. And I think I've heard that sometimes outside the park, there's just a line for people waiting for the candy cane wristband distribution. So it's a very serious thing out there. I've heard they're delicious. I've heard they're fantastic, but
they're candy canes.
I get it. I get it.
You're a peppermint dude.
I am. I would wait in line. I would be there.
I wouldn't. It's just a candy cane, bro.
Yeah, but it's I would wait in line.
Yeah, it's made at Disneyland. I get it. I understand.
One of these years, one of these years,
not eat it?
I'm going to get there. I'll get there for Christmas and I'll get my candy cane.
Yeah, but what do you do? Do you eat it? Do you not eat it?
Oh, I would eat it. Slowly.
Would you?
Yeah.
Slowly.
Yeah.
How many licks does it take to get the center of a candy cane, T?
We'll find out.
A 1, a 2, 3.
Hey, also sticking over there at Disney's California Adventure, there is some new specialty hot dogs coming to the award wieners. Get it? Wieners.
Oh, dude.
They got 4. That's the name of the store. Award wieners.
I know.
They got, what is that? 4 new hot dogs. They got the barbecue crunch dog, which is a cheddar sausage topped with barbecue sauce, cheddar jack cheese, and crispy fried onions. I'll have one of those, please.
This is the crappy part of the show because I haven't had dinner yet, and now we start talking food.
I'll have that with my candy cane, please. Next up, you got the bacon street dog. It's an all beef hot dog dipped in a house-made roasted red pepper ketchup, topped with grilled onions, bell peppers, and crispy bacon crumbles. I'll have one of those too, please.
Yep.
Next up, you got the spicy city dog, cheddar and jalapeno sausage, topped with chipotle crema, queso fresco, and pico de gallo. That sounds a little too spicy. I'll pass on that one. Next, you got the Uptown Chili Dog. It's the all beef hot dog. Topped with your home style chili, pepper jack cheese, and corn chips. A traditional all beef hot dog is also available if all those toppings aren't your style. And for guests looking for a vegetarian option, the menu will continue to offer the popular portobello mushroom Philly with marinated grilled portobello mushrooms, onions, pepper, and pepper jack cheese. All hot dogs at the award wieners are served on a toasted potato bun with a side of fruit or French fries. And
I've heard they've got a 5th dog. It's called the peppermint dog. But it's a a peppermint candy cane made by those three people, covered in the tears of the Disneyland guests who did not get their wristband. So
Yeah, it probably is. It probably is.
that's great. That's good, man. Dude, you know me and food. I mean, I'm down with that. So there's more things being added being added to Disney's Polynesian Village Resort. They have new poolside patios that are now available for rent because you can't just go sit at a table anymore.
Well, they were
Beginning
free.
November 13th.
They've been free for a long time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, hang on, let me get through it, and then I'll tell my opinion. Beginning on the 13th of November, the poolside patios at Disney's Polynesian Village Resort's Oasis Pool can be rented by guests of the resort. The reservations must be made by speaking to a resort concierge or by calling Disney Reservations or DVC member services. Unlike other cabanas, there are no extra amenities for these patios, other than having them reserved specifically for you and your party. Prices range from $40 to $70, dependent on the time of year. Half-day rentals are also an option if available.
Okay.
So, you remember?
There's free tables and then paid tables. Which one do you sit at?
Right. Well, if it's a cabana, if it's a cabana-esque thing, if there's a covering, I would be okay with spending a little bit of money on that. Again, I think it's one of those situations where Disney is just like, what can we charge a premium fee for that we don't have to go ahead and, oh, hey, how about that right over there? I just think that this is one of those silly situations where Disney's just plussing something that doesn't really need to be plussed.
Okay. If you stay at the Art of Animation Resort over in the Cars wing, there are cones, which is a cone with a table and chairs in them, and those are free. Why would the same thing now cost me $40 to $70 over at the Poly? And don't answer that question. It's a rhetorical question.
They're free for now. For now,
they've been
free.
there. They've been there for years since it opened. The little cozy cones,
my friend. Soon, my friend.
I don't know. If this had any of the other benefits, like like somebody get you food and drink, had a little refrigerator with some water and the chips, like you can get over at like Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon. Well, yeah, $47 is fine, but just for a table, there's hundreds of them. Go get one for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Crazy, right?
We'll see.
Crazy.
We'll see how long that lasts. Hey, John, you're going to the Christmas pate, if I could talk correctly today, this week possibly, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Okay. Well, they got some new treats this year. It's not
hot dog.
No hot dogs. It's not your old sugar cookie. So the Walt Disney World Resort is now offering some additional complimentary treats at the Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. In previous years, guests could stop at treat stations around the park and pick up their hot chocolate and snickerdoodles. I didn't know it was really a snickerdoodle. I just thought it was a sugar cookie. But see, that's what I know. For guests with dietary restrictions, or if you just got sick of the hot chocolate and snickerdoodles, apple slices, apple juice, and gluten-free cookies are also available. This year, several new treats have been added to the offering. So, here you go. Eggnog and ginger snap molasses cookies can be found at the Heritage House over at Liberty Square. Snow cone and snowman sugar cookies over at Friar Nook's Fantasyland. Spice apple cider and snowman sugar cookies over at Pete's Silly Sideshow Storybook Circus. Hot chocolate and peppermint bark cookie. Oh, please bring me some of those. Over at the Launch Pad in Tomorrowland. And hot chocolate and snickerdoodles will still be available this year. And they can be found over at Tortuga Tavern over in Adventureland. In addition to the freebie snacks, there are now several new treats available for purchase at the party. Please check the Main Street Bakery where you can find a peppermint cupcake. I'll take one of those, please. It's a chocolate cake and peppermint frosting, and a holiday wish cupcake, which is vanilla cake and buttercream. Did it make you more hungry?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting that they're giving you different options of drink and cookie. It's not the same thing in every place. So
yeah, I think that's wonderful. I'm glad that they've done it, and I'm excited. I'm looking forward. I'm actually really looking forward to the party this year. We didn't go to the Halloween party, which broke both of our hearts, and I don't think we went to the Christmas party last year, so I'm pretty excited about going this year. So it'll be a lot of fun.
Good.
And there'll be a lot of blogger and travel friends.
It's going to be exclusive to that event because they're closing the park at 4:30 tomorrow or Tuesday. Did you know that?
Yeah, they always close the park. Oh, I see what you're saying.
They're closing it at 4:30 to the public.
Yeah, but they're still selling tickets. They're selling tickets to the event tomorrow night.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah. So they're closing the park, but they're still selling tickets. Any Joe Schmuck can get into this event, from what I understand.
Oh.
The tickets are not cheap. If you're not a pass holder, they're like $91 a person.
Yeah.
I mean, might as well just go ahead and buy a day pass at that point.
Right.
Anyway, that's a story for another day. Hey, Epcot, the Land Pavilion, has broken a world's record. There's a tomato tree, or as our British friends say, a tomato tree in Epcot's Land Pavilion, which has broken the world record, located in the tree, it's located in the experimental greenhouse that you could see while driving around the Living with the Land attraction. According to the World Record Academy, the tree broke the record for the most tomatoes harvested from a single plant in 1 year. Graham Tranter of Bridgnorth, Shropshire, UK, say that 10 times fast, held the previous record listed in the Guinness World Records with 488 tomatoes from one stem during October of 2010 harvest. The tomato tree at Epcot had a 1 year harvest of, holy cow, 32,000 tomatoes, weighing a total of 1,151.84 pounds. The tree is actually native to Beijing, China, and its seeds were brought to Epcot by Yong Huang, at Epcot's manager of agricultural science. An heirloom tomato tree takes 1.2 to 1.5 years to reach its full size and starts growing fruit 7 to 8 months after being planted. A normal harvest is around 14,000 tomatoes. The tomatoes are usually about the size of a golf ball, and the fruit from the Epcot tree is served in restaurants around Walt Disney World.
Yeah. It's
who knew, right?
Yeah, well, everybody thinks that they go to the land and they're like, what do they do with all that stuff? Well, they actually use it on property. It actually gets served up. So don't do anything evil in there when you're in there, because it could wind up on your plate sometime later on in your trip.
Yes. Well, let's assume they wash the tomatoes and stuff, though.
Well, let's hope that. Let's hope so. Hey, I don't know if I'm into this or you not yet, but Disney Quest is going to remain open in 2017. Disney Quest, the indoor virtual theme park at Disney Springs, was originally set to close this year, but an exact closing date was never announced. And now it looks like the space will remain open until 2017. According to the Orlando Sentinel, some employees recently received an email from Disney stating that Disney Quest will be operating in 2017 with no closing date mentioned. We will be running the operation as normal until we hear otherwise. When the closure was first announced in 2015, the NBA Experience was said to be taking over the building, bringing in new hands-on activities for families, a restaurant, and a retail store. A Disney spokeswoman told the Sentinel that the NBA Experience is still planned for this site, which I disagree is a horrible place for that to be. I'm just saying
I
that.
agree.
That's just me. I don't think it belongs there. You spent all of this money renovating that entire area, and then you're going to put in something crazy like an NBA experience? I don't think it belongs there. That's just me. It would look very out of place. How does that fit into the Disney Springs story? Somebody will have to explain that to me.
I don't know if I can explain it to you, but I mean, it's no different than any other restaurant to me. I mean, I don't like the NBA experience at all. I think it bombed over at Universal, and I think it'll bomb over here. And I think the people that are in charge are probably looking at that, thinking the exact same thing. I don't think Disney wants to have a cornerstone property, which that's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be questionable. I don't think it's going. That's just me. I'm not an NBA guy. If you feel different from me, that's fine. I would love to talk to you about it. It would the show, and we'll give you all the time you want you to talk about it. But sure. I just don't think that the NBA franchise is going to be that successful here at Walt Disney World. No. You know, for the longest time they were talking about putting like the WWE Hall of Fame, building the Hall of Fame over in that space at Universal, and then they turned around and built this crazy some chocolate thing over there, which is great. You know, I love the concept, but I think that there's probably something better that can go there. Maybe they just keep the idea of, you know, Disney Quest and just really refurbish it and do it right. I don't remember what the restaurant's like in there. Maybe they need to really upgrade their restaurant in there and make it an event place.
Well, you can't get to the restaurant unless you pay to get in. So,
sure. Well,
you know, but you know, everything in Disney Springs fits into the 4 areas based on its story. You know, and on the west side, you know, the circus came to town, and left behind was Cirque du Soleil, and that's why, you know, we have a circus in there. You know, and all those things, you know, in and around like Town Center and Marketplace are all supposed to fit into the story that Disney has built for these 4 different lands. I would love for an Imagineer to explain to me how the NBA got into the circus area of the West Side. I'm just saying that would be fun and interesting to hear. You know,
sure. Or is money going to win out, and they're just going to shoehorn the property in?
Yeah, bad. Okay,
I guess you're not a big fan of that idea. Is it what you're saying?
No likey.
Well, a lot of the comments in the chat room are agreeing with this. So we were either surrounding ourselves with like-minded people, or we just happen to have dumb lucked our way into
people that
I don't know.
All disagree with us.
So that is true. That is a great comment. David Maruka makes a great comment. Disney Springs needs something to do. I can only eat so much, and Disney Springs took all my money, so shopping is out. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But you realize if you're going to do something at Disney Springs, you're going to have to pay for it. Disney's not going to let you walk in and do something for free.
Yeah. You know what would be fun? Like an indoor putt-putt would be fun.
I don't necessarily think that's a bad idea. I like Steven's idea probably better. They should make it a museum and put the props from the backlot tour and put some other props and stuff in there. Make it like a Disney museum on the West Coast or East Coast.
Yeah,
I like that idea a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Another idea would be to really plus up their restaurant, make their restaurant something really good. Maybe make it like a Tron style area, and then do meet and greets for
a comedy club on one floor, dining on another floor. I mean, there's lots of things you could do in there.
Absolutely.
Let's save all our ideas and let's have a show, and we'll write them all down, and then we'll send them to Disney.
That's a good idea. We should do that for entertainment. What would you do with the Disney Quest space? Because what we probably need to do, buddy, is we probably need to go there and spend an afternoon, because it's been since Wreck-It Ralph was the last time I was in there, and I really wasn't in there very long.
Mm.
You know? So. Hey guys, if you're going to Disneyland, we've got great news. You're not going to have to stand in line and go through all that rigmarole when you're standing in between Disney, California Adventure, and Disneyland. You're not going to have bag check right there any longer. Isn't that great? Because they're moving bag check back to Disney Downtown Disney.
Yeah.
So according to a recent article in the Orange County Register, Disneyland Resort will soon be relocating one of its security checkpoints all the way back to Downtown Disney. Checkpoint will be on the west end of the Esplanade near La Brea Bakery. And, excuse me, let me try that again. The checkpoint on the west end of the Esplanade near La Brea Bakery will be eliminated in favor of 3 or 4 new checkpoints that will put Downtown Disney within the secured area. Guest parking in the Mickey and Friends parking structure will soon go through a new bag check before boarding a tram to Downtown Disney. I'm reading Downtown Disney and I'm wanting to say Disney Springs.
Right.
Isn't that crazy? There will be a point between Earl of Sandwich and ESPN Zone for those guests coming from the Disneyland Hotel, and between ESPN Zone and Rainforest Cafe for those guests that park Downtown Disney parking lot. The second checkpoint could also potentially serve as the new luxury the new luxury hotel being built on property. Guests entering the resort via the pedestrian entrance on Harbor Boulevard or parking in the Toy Story parking lot won't see any change at all. Guests now be able to visit restaurants or shops in the Downtown Disney area and then return to the parks without having to go through security multiple times. This change is expected to be in place by the end of this year.
Fantastic idea. Because if you think about it, if you're coming from the Disneyland Hotel to the Esplanade, you would have to go through security. Then if you were to come out to, say, have dinner at Downtown Disney, which I'm sure a lot of people would, or one of the resorts, you would then have to go through security again. And I understand, yes, you're going in and out of a park, but if they just secure the entire area, you only have to do it once, which I think is a fantastic idea. I think it's great. And I really think, I know they're working on hours here at Disney World, at least at the Magic Kingdom. You've seen the construction in front of the Magic Kingdom. They're going to move it back to the boat and the TTC, is my guess, because it's a choke point right now. It gets too crowded in that area, and they don't know what to do to people. So
I agree.
Yep.
I agree. Look, security is very important.
Finally.
Yeah, security is very important. I don't want anybody to feel unsecured, but at the same time, it's making the guest experience really, really crappy. So there's got to be an answer in there somewhere, and I think that this is a pretty decent compromise.
Yeah, and in my opinion, it's going to happen at Disney Springs too. I don't think they can keep rolling those dice. I guess they're taking the stance of, we don't have it at the Florida Mall, and we don't have it at, the outlet malls and things like that. But I think people that visit Disney expect something different. And I think at some point you're going to see security at Disney Springs. It's just going to happen, I think. I know it'll be harder because there were a lot of entrances to Disney Springs, and they'll just have to figure that out. So,
right.
All right, that's it. We have anything else we need to talk about?
No, I don't think so. Make sure that if you want to get in touch with us, you give us a call at our hotline number, which is 407-413-9010, or you can email us at DisneyParksPodcast@gmail.com. You can also find us over on Facebook at facebook.com/DisneyParksPodcast or on Twitter at DisneyPodcaster. But we definitely want to invite you to come over to our website, which is DisneyParksPodcast.com. How's that?
Sounds good. And
all right,
we'll see you in the parks.
All right, excellent. So we want to continue with the infotainment, right?
Sure.
Okie dokie. So we love for you guys to keep hanging tight. We know it's a long night for you guys, but we're going to do a little quickie, should be less than 30 minutes. Entertainment. We're going to be talking about the 9 Old Men.
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of want to talk about the Disney Quest thing, but I don't know. I don't know if I have enough in me there. I don't have enough information to talk about it, but yeah. I'm kind of jacked up about that idea right now.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of the show. Thanks for all the comments. Thanks for all the likes. Please, if you're watching, like if you guys come on next week, I tell you what we would really appreciate if you could let us know either in the comments or whatever. Does Monday night work better than Tuesday?
Yeah.
We've kicked the idea around, and we moved off of Monday nights originally because I had a conflict. Well, my conflict no longer is a conflict because we pushed the time back. Instead of recording at 8 o'clock, we're recording at 7. So we could literally do an 8 o'clock show. So does Monday work better? I mean, we had we didn't promote it hardly as much as we promote other stuff. We had a huge group of people watch us tonight, and I can't thank you guys enough for being here. So if Monday works better,
maybe people are more fired up on Mondays.
Why? Yeah, I think we're all just trying to survive through Monday. And hey, Disney, let's talk about Disney. Disney's great. So it would certainly work better for us because that gives us an extra day to get the show out. Yeah,
that's fine.
I don't know. Well, maybe something to think about. We'll think about when we talk. All right. So let's go ahead and get going on this so I can get to dinner.
All right, sounds good.
All righty. All right, here we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Disney Parks Podcast. My name is Park Hopper John. I come to you from www.parkhoppers.com. Joining me, as always, is the lovable, huggable, and we all just want to have more of them, Mr. Tony Calcinova from Disney by the Numbers. How you doing tonight, pal?
Choo-choo.
You and your Disney sum-sums, man. How many do you have now? How many is in your collection?
Not that many.
Not
5.
That many?
5.
That's it?
That's it.
I have at least 2.
That's it. I don't have that many.
All right.
I only have 2 pops too. Well, no, 4 pops.
Let's see. I've got a couple of Guardians of the Galaxy. No, I don't. I only have 3. 2 Guardians of the Galaxy. I got Groot and I got Rocket, and then I've got I got a Doctor Who. I got a Tom Baker.
Buzz, Woody, Mickey, and Carl.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, hey, this is where we don't give you a lot of news and rumors, but we do give opinions, and we want to talk a little bit about Disney's 9 Old Men. Now, Tony, why don't you tell everybody who the 9 Old Men are?
Well, it's interesting. I just heard this story today. Oh, gosh, it was on television, and I can't remember what I was watching. But Disney came up with this name, 9 Old Men, because, I forgot the president's name. I think it was Roosevelt, had like 9 old men or 9 people or something that was associated with him. And Walt said, well, I need some men. And he came up and called the animators then, his key animators, the 9 old men. So it kind of a little interesting thing that I just recently heard on television. And I was like, wow, I said, we're going to be talking about that. So interesting. But nice. Disney's 9 Old Men were the Walt Disney World Company's core animators, some of who later became directors. I know where I heard it, on the Floyd Norman documentary. If you haven't, go see that. It's on Netflix for free to stream. And it's on there, so go see that. Anyway, who became directors and then who created some of Disney's most famous animated cartoons, from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs on down to The Rescuers, and then were referred to as such by Walt Disney himself. All members of the group are now unfortunately deceased. John Lazenby was the first to die in 1976 from heart failure, and the last survivor was Ollie Johnson, who died in 2008 from natural causes. all have been acknowledged as Disney legends. So that means they're all in the Legend Plaza, and if you ever get a chance, go see it. By the time Robin Hood was released, only 4 of the 9 old men, Carl, Lousenbury, Thomas, and Johnston, and you'll find out more about these people, were still animating at Disney, although Eric Larson was still working for Disney as a talent scout and trainer. Wolfgang Reithman was by then directing and producing films, and Mark Davis was helping to create Disney theme park attractions. Lousenbury died in 1976. Carl retired the same year and then died in 1987. Thomas and Johnson and Davis retired in 1978, and then Thomas and Johnson later enjoyed cameos in the Brad Bird directed films of The Iron Giant, which was put out by Warner Brothers, and then in The Incredibles Pixar in 2004.
There's no school like the old school.
That's right. Thomas died shortly afterwards in 2004, and Johnston was, who was then the last surviving old man, died in 2008. As well as being honored as Disney Legends in 1989, that was, I believe, the first time they had the Legend ceremony. All 9 of the old men were separately honored with the Winsor McKay Award. This is the Lifetime Achievement Award for animators during the 1970s and the 1980s. As part of their work for Disney, the 9 old men refined the 12 basic principles of animation, which are the squash and stretch, the anticipation, staging, straight ahead action and pose to pose, follow through and overlapping action, slow in and slow out, arcs, secondary actions, timing, aggregation?
Exaggeration.
There's something missing from that. Solid drawing and appeal. Another important component of the 9 old men legacy are the many animators in the contemporary animation industry who can directly or indirectly trace their training to someone who is either their apprentice at Disney Animation or at a student at Cal Arts. So that's pretty crazy. And I'm sure most of the animators today can do that. I'm sure it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
For example, Wayne Unton, the supervising animator for Elsa in the Disney's Frozen, has noted that he apprenticed with John Ripa, who in turn apprenticed with Glenn Keane, who in turn apprenticed with Johnston. So it's like the 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon, except with animators.
Right.
You know?
And when Walt started the studios, I mean, he was such a forward thinker. He brought in art teachers. He had his people go out and study and do things that other animation studios weren't doing at the time. He was bringing in live animals so that they could draw the animals and animate the animals in different ways, especially for Bambi. The things they were doing for Bambi was amazing. The
right
technique to mimic the human body and how the body danced and how the body animated itself and how it worked through the real world. The animators were doing some amazing work, and Walt really wanted to have this educational process for all of his guys. And to be able to be called one of the 9 old men, I mean, just think about the incredible impact. I mean, we all love Disney animation. Yeah, there were some years where it wasn't all that great, but you stop and look at any movie that you love that's an animated feature from Disney, and you could probably see the handprint of at least half of the 9 old men in every movie that you watch.
Yeah. And, there's a lot of interesting movies on some of the animates. Like I mentioned, the Floyd Norman one, Waking Sleeping Beauty is another good one. There was a third, and I can't think of the name of it. But there's some good stories, from these people. And, if you ever get the chance, obviously these guys are dead, but uh, like this weekend is Destination D, and I'm looking forward to, hearing some of, obviously the new stuff that they could come out. That's all great, but also hearing some of the stories of the history that makes up the company. I think that's what I find, most endearing is to me as a fan is, some of the stuff that happened that, they tell these stories from the archives that, we never really get to hear. So, the fact that these people still today working on current animation can trace their apprenticeship back to one of the 9 old men, I think is fantastic. I think that's great.
Yeah. And it's one of the few studios that you could do that. I mean, I'm sure that there are gentlemen at DreamWorks Animation and some of the other big animation companies that are out there that could do that. But Disney, the juggernaut that Disney is, Disney's got that pedigree, and Pixar is the exact same way.
Sure.
That's one of the reasons why I love Pixar. And let's be honest. I mean, park attractions come and go. Things about the park change. We like them, we dislike them. But the thing is the nostalgia factor for a Disney fan. There's always something. One of the guys in the chat room is so much of an amazing animation that he basically restored on, animator's table. And I loved watching the process. Jamie he's amazing just watching what he did. So now he has that piece of history. And that for me, like when I go to Disneyland, the few times I've been to Disneyland, I go and I walk straight to the firehouse, and I look up and I see Walt's apartment. Walt Disney himself was in that apartment, and I touch the bricks and, say a little prayer. Thanks, thank you God for Walt Disney. Walk the streets knowing that he walked those streets, and that feeling of love and caring, and I've got that feeling that Walt wanted his guests to have. And I think that when you deal with these animators, I love Fantasia, I love Snow White, Bambi, Dumbo, all of them. And you can't not love these guys and have a deep appreciation and that nostalgia well up, because these were the guys that created the products that we loved, that helped create Disneyland, which helped create Walt Disney World. So now you can start to see that twining from the Disney's 9 old men and the other animators all the way through to the parks, all the way through to Tony and myself. And that's amazing. How many other companies can you say that about? Other than like Apple or Pixar or Microsoft.
Right.
Let's go through and talk about some of these guys. Let's just break down the 9 old man. We'll go through that, and then we'll.
You want to go first? Want me to go first? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'll take the first one. The first one is Clark, and Les joined Disney in 1927. 1927, ladies and gentlemen. His specialty was animating Mickey Mouse, as he was was the only one of the 9 old men to work on that character from its origin with Ub Iwerks himself. Les did many scenes throughout the years animating up until Lady and the Tramp. Then he moved into directing and made many of the animated featurettes and several of the Disney shorts. That's Les Clark.
Mark Davis started in 1935 on Snow White, and then later he went on to develop and animate the characters Bambi and Thumper, and obviously Bambi, Maleficent, Aurora and the Raven in Sleeping Beauty, Cruella de Vil in 101 Dalmatians, and Davis was also responsible for character design for both the Pirates of the Caribbean and the Haunted Mansion attractions at Disneyland.
Yeah, Mark Davis' thumbprint is all over all the things that we love. Yeah, he was amazing.
Yeah, I hope Alice Davis comes out to Destination D this year.
Yeah, not to mention that Mark was married to Alice Davis, who had a hand in a couple of attractions that we know and love.
Right.
I don't want to say the song because it'll get stuck on our heads all night. So let's go over to one of my favorite is Ollie Johnston. Ollie Johnston joined Disney in 1935, and he worked on Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. He went on to author what's called the Animator's Bible, The Illusion of Life with Frank Thomas. His work includes Mr. Shmee in Peter Pan, the Stepsisters in Cinderella, the District Attorney in The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, and Prince John in Robin Hood, which I just watched the other night, and I swear I must have watched it. I remember watching it on a Disney cruise, and I probably fell asleep because there's a whole section that I don't remember. That was one of the first movies that I saw when I was a kid the other night, because it's all the Disney stuff's on Netflix, and I watched it for the first time the other night. It was amazing. It had some little funny things in it too, but we won't go into that. So according to the book, The Disney Villain, written by Johnston and Thomas. Johnston also partnered with Thomas. I'm sorry. According to the book, The Disney Villain, written by Johnston and Frank Thomas, Johnston also partnered with Thomas on creating characters in The Adventures of Ichabod and Mr. Toad, and Sir Hiss from Robin Hood. So his influence is all over the movies of my childhood. Ichabod, Mr. Favorite movies. Mr. Toad's Wild Ride is one of my favorite attractions from Disneyland. Robin Hood, like I said, Robin Hood and Bambi were the first movies that I saw in the theater when they re-released them in the theaters.
Right. Yeah, I was looking for that book, The Animator's Bible, and apparently it's very hard to get your hands on now. Just saying.
I'm sure that it is.
So, if anybody has a copy laying around, let me know. Maybe interested. All right, next up you have Mick Kahl, who started in 1934 working on Snow White. If you notice a trend here, they all started with Snow White. His work included heroes such as Pinocchio in Pinocchio, Tigger in The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, Peter Pan in Peter Pan, the Slewfoot Sue in Melody Time, and villains such as Shere Khan in The Jungle Book, Edgar the Butler in The Aristocrats, and Sheriff of Nottingham in Robin Hood. Also, Madame Medusa in The Rescuers. So he did a lot of interesting work there.
Rescuers.
Yeah. He did some hero stuff and some villain stuff. He liked to cross the borders of evil and goodness.
I wonder which animator was the animator who put that one scene of the pinup girl in the movie. You know what I'm talking about?
Which movie?
Rescuers.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I love the name.
Don't know that.
Hey, if you're a Disney theme park fan, this name should ring a bell. Ward Kimball. He joined Disney in 1934. His work includes Jiminy Cricket in Pinocchio, Lucifer, Jack, and Gus in Cinderella, and the Mad Hatter and Cheshire Cat in Alice in Wonderland. His work often is more wild than the other Disney animators and was very unique. In 1968, he created and released a non-Disney anti-Vietnam War animated short called Escalation. Ward also is very famous in the Disney culture. For what reason, Mr. Casanova?
Choo-choo!